Welcome back to another video, everybody. This is Travis, the West Coast Flyer, and we're just doing a brief experiment here. I was playing around on the iPad and I noticed something. It would not let me fly my drone out of the DJI Go app. However, when I signed into the Air Maps app and signed in with my sign-in, it actually seemed like it would let me fly my drone in a no-fly zone. I'm out here in Seaside, California. You probably can't see this behind me, but there is ocean back there, and we're gonna see if we can get this drone to take off while I'm in a no-fly area using either the DJI Go app or the Air Map app. So stay tuned, let's get this going. All right, so the very first thing we want to show off here, and hopefully you can see this, is that the blue dot right here. Let's see if I can zoom in on it. That blue dot is me. That's where I'm at. And if you zoom out, you see that I'm in a no-fly area. The red line represents that I cannot actually fly in this area. It should not be anywhere over 0 feet. If you look over here, it looks like you can fly with certain permissions, but it tells you not above 200, not above 300, not above 400. Very interesting. However, once again, when I signed in the Air Map app, it looks like it was going to let me fly. However, while signed into the DJI app, it looks like it wasn't going to let me fly at all, no matter what. So what we're going to do is we're going to set the drone up, sign into both of these apps, and see if one will let me fly or if neither will let me fly. Let's do it. Okay, so getting back to where we were, I now have my setup all done. Here is my drone on the ground, ready to go. And here is my iPad. And as you see right here in the corner, we have cannot take off. Now, some people have said, oh, you just have to bypass a few warnings and then usually it will let you. I'll go ahead and show you what happens when I try to do that. So when I do that, it has here, actually just says overall status, and then it shows this little thing right here. Now, some people might think it might be calibration, but as you see, there's no indication I need to calibrate, and that's because I just did a calibration right before I got back into this video. So it's all calibrated, but watch what happens when I click on this red triangle. Clicking on the red triangle, it says cannot take off in a no-fly zone. So if you look even at my remote, I don't know if you can see this, but it says in NFZ. That means the exact same thing, in no-fly zone. I don't know if you can hear it in the background, but just since I've been doing my setup, I've actually had at least 4 or 5 small aircrafts fly over my head. So please believe that even if I can take off, I'm not going to actually fly in this video, because clearly I am in an area where a lot of small aircraft do come through here. We just want to see if we can take off in the no-fly zone using the Air Maps. So let's check that out. All right, so looking back at the Air Maps app again, here I am. And as you can see, still where my little blue dot is indicates I am in a no-fly zone, purple area. And you can even see right here indicates where I'm at in Seaside, California, like I mentioned earlier. So you see this little icon here? This allows you to take it into a flight mode. So let's see what happens when we press that. So now, as you see, it looks like I can fly. Why do I say that? Well, remember, now you see on the, just like on the regular DJI app, it says ready to go, GPS. We see that there. It shows how many satellites I have. I'm about 18 satellites strong. And it even calibrated a little radius circle in which it's going to let me fly. So I thought that was very interesting. And it just looks like it's going to let me fly. Here we even look on this part of the tablet, and it even shows that there is a little takeoff arrow or option. So totally different than what the DJI apps showed. So now here's the truth of the matter. Can I actually take off? We're gonna press that button and see what happens. Okay, so I get a little message here that actually says, takeoff, ensure that conditions are safe. For takeoff, the aircraft will climb to an altitude of 4 feet and hover in place. So let's hit OK. Okay, so I did that. Now let's hit the takeoff button again. And it says again, ensure conditions are safe, and it gives me the same message. I hit OK, and nothing. So it actually won't let me take off. Now if you come here in the corner, it actually has a yellow triangle, and that's from AirMap, and they're telling you here, rejected upon submission. Flight plan is within controlled airspace where LAANC authorization is not possible. So they're telling you here, you cannot take off in this area with my drone. Cannot do it. Not an option. Why? Because clearly we're in a no-fly zone. Now, I've heard people that have Mavic Minis have been able to take off in areas like this. And that is most likely because those drones under 250 grams do not have to be registered with the FAA. So I just thought this was an interesting experiment. Now, looking again at the actual map, if I zoom back, see if I can do this with my hands here. Zoom out again. You'll notice that there are other areas. Maybe a separate video, but I'm gonna see if I can maybe go to those areas and see if they'll let me fly in the 200 or 300 zone limit. And we'll see how that goes. All right, hope everyone enjoyed this video. If this brought you any value, please hit that like button. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you like what I'm presenting. And thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.